Last minute before the card starts, UFC 309 bets to make. Let's get right into it. No BS. All right, first up, we got Chris Weidman. He's started off as an underdog, but right now he's closing in at even numbers, minus 115 on DraftKings. Pick it, bias commentary. We already know Chris Weidman is going to already be favored to win just from his ties to the UFC commentary team. And last fight he had, so many eye pokes, UFC privilege at its finest. He's gonna win. Eric Anders not gonna make it happen tonight. If you already got him at plus money, good for you. Next up, Jonathan Martinez. He is an underdog. Let's take this all day versus Marcus McGee. Bro looks like the Predator. Bro is not going to win. Jonathan Martinez will fraud check bro. Jonathan Martinez had a competitive fight with Jose Aldo. Let's not dismiss him, because Jose Aldo is still great. Even though he lost his last fight, that was the worst fight we've ever seen. Mario Bautista, you suck. I will stop talking like this now. But those were just the two more underdog picks that I like. I'll get into one more underdog pick real quick. Jim Miller. Honestly, it's not my favorite underdog pick, but if you want to sprinkle a little on Jim Miller, I think he's got more dog in him. Damon Jackson, I don't know. I just think Jim Miller's got a little more dog in him than Damon Jackson. And obviously I see it going two ways. I either see Jim Miller beating him up a little bit on the feet, or I see Damon Jackson controlling him for the majority of this fight. And you know what? Let's just take Jim Miller if we're trying to have fun here. If you're trying to put him in a parlay, I wouldn't personally put this in any of my parlays, but unless, you're trying to pull off a big one. But me personally, not my favorite one. But next, big prop of the day. This is the big one. This is the big one, okay? Mauricio Buffy by submission. Mauricio Buffy is the Brazilian Conor McGregor. All of his wins have been by knockout, okay? Fighting Nerds prodigy. So why did I take him by submission? He said we're going to see something new from him tonight. His opponent, his weakness is the ground game. He's been submitted, I believe, twice in his short career, at least once. He's only had like 2-3 fights in the UFC, but James Lontob. He's very durable. I remember his first fight in Dana White Contender Series. He's very durable. I don't think he's going to get knocked out personally, even though Mauricio is... I'm sure Mauricio could knock him out, but I just think this guy's durable, and he's going to just exploit his weakness, and I think Mauricio is just going to show off his ground game. The Fighting Nerds, very versatile. Mauricio is an exciting fighter. I just think plus 800 for submission is great odds. I like it. Let's take it. Locks. Those four were really what I like the most. So take those. Hold me accountable for it if I win or lose. If you want my picks real quick, I'll just give them to you just straight up. I like Veronica Hardy, Oban Elliott, Mickey Gall, Janata Denise, David Onama, Jim Miller, Chris Weidman, Jonathan Martinez, Mauricio Ruffy, Vivian Araujo, Bo Nickel. I low-key want to take Paul Craig by submission. I want to take Paul Craig by submission, bro. So bad. Paul Craig. Topping is a universal language. but probably Bo Nickel. I hate that this guy is minus 5,000 every freaking fight he has. When last fight, he struggled to submit Cody Brundage. Granted, he did submit Cody Brundage in the second round, but Bo Nickel, man. Bo Nickel, man. That American wrestling. And then Charles do Bronx Oliveira. I don't know. Some people are saying Chandler, round 1, round 2 KO. People are saying Charles is a quitter. But Charles do Bronx, the champion, has a name. I think an interesting bet you could make on this is Charles by decision. Maybe we see a more calm Chandler who's not trying to go all out in the first round, which is very unlikely. We're probably going to see the same Chandler we always see, but he hasn't fought in 2 years. We've seen people like Colby Covington who come into a fight after 2 years and they are not only rusty, but they're very hesitant to do anything that you usually see them be very comfortable with. And maybe Michael Chandler tries to ease into this fight, be more technical with Charles. And even if he does that, Charles might finish him early. But I think an interesting bet would be Charles by decision. It's just weird, man, because all these fights, there seems like so many fights where it's just like John Jones is for sure going to win. Just like Charles is for sure going to win. Bo Nickel's for sure going to win. Like, I just feel like there's too many locks, which, I mean, that's nothing new necessarily, but I don't know. This is a weird card. I don't know. There's not a lot of, there's not a lot of fights where it's a debate, and it's really only a debate because there's such a heavy favorite that everyone's saying, what if, So I think Charles Oliveira by decision might be an interesting bet. And then main event, John Bones Jones. This one sucks because he is a 7-1 favorite, and it's no fun to bet on. So I don't really even like any of these bets because he's also, it's pretty much like he's in the same position he was back when he fought Cyril Gane. He hasn't fought in a while. He's being truly tested again, even though Stipe is freaking old man Stipe. I mean, obviously I'm picking John Jones here, but I don't know. 4 years off, dude. You're probably gonna be rusty, and you're probably gonna, I don't know, man. Because everyone's taking John Jones by finish. Probably gonna happen. I don't know. I think if you want to have fun again, John Jones by decision. But I mean, if we're being real, take John Jones by TKO submission. But I don't know. John Jones doesn't have one punch power, so one punch knockout power. So I mean, I'm obviously thinking he's gonna get him to the ground and TKO him. But I don't know. This fight, betting wise, I don't really know, dude. I don't even know what the over under for rounds is, but maybe check that out, see if you like it. This is pretty impromptu video too, so yeah. But yeah, John Jones, honestly, just John Jones by decision maybe would be fun. I'm not telling you to take that. I'm just telling you what's fun here. So you can be like, I took him by decision, bro. I took John Bones by decision, bro. I knew that was going to happen, bro. I totally thought of it. Patrick definitely didn't tell me to take that. I definitely spawned that original thought from my brain. in my brain alone. But all right, I'll stop yapping. Let me know if you took these. Let me know if my input sucks. Let me know if it's good. And enjoy the fights tonight. Honestly, I think this is gonna be a good card, even though leading up to it I thought it was gonna suck, to be honest, just because the main card, like, obviously Mauricio Buffy, really cool. He should be why am I calling him Buffy? I just realized I'm calling him Buffy. What the heck? Mauricio Ruffy. Now I forgot his name, bro. What is? I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry. I don't even remember where I was at. But yeah, the 309 card leading up to it, I thought it was gonna be suck, honestly. And but honestly, there's a lot of. I think there'll be some good fights here. Especially the new gloves are back. I think we'll see a good amount of finishes. I say we see 5 at least. I say half the card. I'm going to say half the card there's a finish. But I mean, realistically, that's probably most cards. I need to look that up. But all I know is that the past few months with these new gloves, the finishes have been at a way lower rate. The finishing rate is about 19-20% with those new gloves. And now that they're bringing the old gloves back, those old gloves had about a 33% finishing rate. So we'll for sure see 4 finishes tonight, okay? But I don't know. It's not even a hot take. I'm just yapping again. All right, it's been 12 minutes. Goodbye. Have fun watching. Peace.